Hi friends, let's talk about this crazy intense full moon in Aries. Today, October 1st, tomorrow the 2nd, and Saturday the 3rd, the moon is in Aries. And just by itself, the moon in Aries is a very intense, powerful, collective feel. And when it's full in Aries, the intensity is completely amplified. So, we are feeling this as a collective where our fire is ignited. Now, what it can bring in, the high road of a full moon in Aries is we are feeling courageous, we are finding our bravery, we are inspired, we're motivated to get up and get things moving and started. We're here to be a cheerleader for other people. We're here to get other people motivated and inspired as well. There's not much holding back when the full moon is in Aries. We are very emotionally expressive. We're able to find our words with that. We're able to tap into our passion. It's a beautiful thing, this full moon in Aries. Now, the shadow side of it, because there's always a light side and a shadow side. So the shadow side is where we are feeling emotionally triggered. We are feeling very emotionally impulsive, very emotionally reactive. And think Aries. Aries is the ram, right? You have big horns. They're going to headbutt into you. It's the sign of the warrior, the fighter on the battlefield, fighting for whatever they believe in. That's the high road, fighting for love, fighting for their beliefs, fighting for other people. But the low road of full moon in Aries is just fighting for the sake of fighting. We get aggressive. We find our rage, which can be a healthy thing sometimes, but there is not a lot of containment to the emotional body, to the feeling world when the full moon is in Aries. So it would behoove you, I don't know if I've ever said that word out loud, to take a pause, to count to 10, to recognize when you're feeling triggered and you just want to lash out, that fiery Aries, right, coming out, and just take a pause. Pausing is the key word for moon in Aries. Now, this moon in Aries is also in an aspect to Uranus, which brings in unexpectedness, unplanned. It's an unstabilizing sort of an aspect. So that makes it even a little bit harder. And then the other thing coming in is Chiron is I believe it's the exact degree as the full moon. And Chiron is the wound that we're trying to heal this lifetime. And so things that can come up with this full moon in Aries conjunct Chiron is the wound of finding our independence, not being told what to do, standing strong in our own power. So all those little themes and bits and pieces might be surfacing right now, especially as a collective too. So in your own personal chart, you can find where 9 degrees of Aries falls and what house it's in. This is where you really have to know astrology a little bit more and know your own chart, which you can actually pull up on astro.com and see what house it's moving through, because that is where there's this amplification of big, fiery, initiative energy right now. This does feel somewhat comfortable, this full moon in Aries, for those of us that have a lot of Sag in our charts or a lot of Leo in our charts, which would be moi, or a lot of Aries in your chart. It can be quite difficult if you have strong Capricorn in your chart or strong Cancer in your chart. So I wish you the best. May the force be with you. And today is the full moon, but then the moon does stay in Aries tomorrow and just the very early hours of Saturday. And then it'll shift into a much calmer, stabilizing, slower pace. Okay, thanks for watching.